All right. It is January 8th, 2017. See if I can give a little quick 38 degrees. Well, that ain't even right. That's probably sitting there idling because it was 29 degrees earlier driving around in the pickup. So it's probably a little cooler than that. So I vowed to try this Motovlog thing, and then it got cold, and you know, I became a wuss and decided to stay in. So I thought, well, let's give it a shot and give it a go. So we're not going to be out long today. This will be a short one, but I don't know. Let's see what the old camera does with a short jaunt around town, through town, and then back to the house here in the dark. So some of the people last video commented that the sound, that the motorcycle sounded good, and that the wind noise was weak, and that I guess my voice didn't come through real good. So here's what I did. I went through and I re-ran the microphone inside of my helmet. I adjusted the placement of where the actual microphone sits in the front of my helmet. Oh yeah. Woohoo! Listen to that. It's cold out here too. Anyway, I readjusted the place where the microphone sits, and see if this makes any difference today. That might be a cop. They usually like to sit down here. He'll probably think I'm crazy anyway. It's a guy on a motorcycle. It's 28 degrees out here. So we all know that wow, it's amazing what kind of stress release. I've had a headache all day, and here I am, not even a mile from the house, and headache's gone. Not even cold. Not a cold. Oh wow, what a day. If you're not a motorcycle rider, if you've never thought about being a there he is. There's the policeman. If you're not a motorcycle rider, but you've always thought about being a motorcycle rider, man, I'll tell you, stress relief right here. You got to learn how to drive. You got to learn how to read traffic, and you've got to learn how to know what everybody else is going to do in order to drive defensive and drive safely. But the stress relief factor right here is amazing. So we're just going to drive up the road here and hop on the interstate, run back to the main exit in town, and then drive through town, and then I'm going to shut this off and go home. It's only going on 7 o'clock at night, so not too bad. Here's our local Harley dealer, Lawless Harley Davidson in Scott City, Missouri. I don't know if that showed up on the camera or not, but there it is. So nothing really has changed. I readjusted the microphone. I did not change the camera angle. The camera angle seemed to be fine last time. And the case that I'm using, I see a lot of people took their GoPro case and just drilled a hole in the side of it, and then in order to run their microphone cable in. I did not want to, for lack of better terms, I guess, damage my GoPro case. The GoPro case is what actually makes the GoPro waterproof. So you can go underwater, you can ride in the rain. I do ride in the rain, and I do film in the rain. So I did not want to drill a hole in my case and you know, basically just eliminate the waterproofness, if waterproofness is a word. So I bought the skeleton case. It runs about $25 at you know, any place that sells GoPro, because GoPro stuff is pretty much universal across the board. The case about $25. I actually and this is fantastic. I went to Best Buy. They've got a pretty good selection of GoPro. So I went to Best Buy, and the microphone cable they didn't have. The skeleton case they didn't have. But I got to snooping around, and the one thing that is fabulous about Best Buy is they have an open box section and they have a clearance section. So the $20 microphone adapter I found on the clearance rack for $11.99, and the skeleton case, which already has all the holes cut out so I didn't have to modify one, I found it for $11. So I got the microphone adapter and the skeleton case for $22, which is less than it would have cost just to buy a brand new skeleton case. So if you're in the market for any of this stuff, oh, hang on, listen to that. Oh yeah, this is while we ride right here. Well, if you're into the GoPro stuff, go check Best Buy. Best Buy sometimes has some really good deals on stuff. The same with Walmart. Walmart will go and Walmart will clearance out all of the older GoPro stuff when they get new GoPro stuff. So it all the accessories are adaptable. They all work with each other, and sometimes you can get some good deals. I buy a lot of the sticky mounts and the adapter pieces, the extensions. I buy a lot of that at Walmart. Get it for cheap. So I hope that the microphone positioning is better this time. If it's not, we'll revisit it again until we get it right. Man, feels good out here. I almost got all the right gear. Oh, that's something else that I wanted to discuss. I mentioned last video that I got a pair of heated gloves for Christmas. So the heated gloves that I got were battery operated lithium-ion batteries. Charge them up and then you know, plug them in, turn them on. So there's 4 or 5 settings. The lowest setting, you know, the directions say that they last for 10 hours, and anyway, the lowest setting didn't even produce enough heat to know that they were on. The highest setting only allowed you to have heat for about 4 hours. So long story short, I decided that, number one, I didn't want to take a chance of being out on my motorcycle in the cold longer than 4 hours and not having any heat in my gloves. The other thing I didn't want to do, I know I could buy new batteries and I didn't want to try and buy batteries and keep them charged on the bike and be messing with all that crap. I don't know, it's cumbersome, it's a hassle, I didn't like it. So what I ended up doing was I sent the gloves back. We're getting a refund on the gloves, and I placed an order for a pair of the heated gloves that actually plug into the motorcycle. Should have done that in the beginning. I know I had somebody give me that as an option and tell me that's what I needed. Get the ones that plug into the bike with the 3 settings, and I didn't listen. I thought we could find something better. So anyway, back to the heated gloves. The cool thing about the gloves that I ordered is they also have the option that I can also buy the battery and have them as loose flow unconnected gloves. So I can run them off a battery, or I can run them off the bike's battery. So you know, if I decided to do something in the cold where I needed heated gloves that wasn't on the motorcycle, cool, I still got that option. So anyway, they're not here yet. I'm back to my Columbia sportswear gloves. These aren't the greatest, but you see, it's like I said, it's well, it still shows 38. It was 27. There it is. So it's 27 degrees out here. I didn't ride very long tonight, but right now my hands are not cold at all, and that's, you know, basically because I haven't ridden very far. But anyway, the other gloves are on the way. When I get those gloves, I will do kind of a, maybe, I don't know, I don't like to say review because I don't want to become a review guy, but I'll do a review and a ride with those new gloves. So here we are, we're back kind of where we started. We'll zip it through the neighborhood. All my neighbors will be peeking out, who's the crazy guy with the motorcycle. They already did that last week when it was 40 degrees and I was out riding, so I'm sure they're all peeking out thinking I'm retarded. So we'll shoot it back in the neighborhood, and thanks for watching. This is Motovlog number 2, LM4 Photo. Again, find me here on YouTube, LM4 Photo, or you can find me on Instagram at LM4 Photo. And I appreciate you watching. I appreciate the feedback. And until next time, later.